DePIN crypto reversal for Grass, Render, and Honey's next move. This is NC Hammer Crypto. My name is Neil, keeping technical analysis short and sweet as always. And this video is a little bit different for the people who are here just for XCN and XRP. We're still waiting, so I'm kind of branching off into something else. But for those of you who are new here, like, subscribe, become members if you want. 50% goes to save animals' lives. But Grass is a token essentially selling unused bandwidth. So you use your internet, maybe you're not looking stuff up, it's still using bandwidth, but there's a little extra feature in there that there's unused bandwidth. And essentially Grass, when you download the application, it'll be allowing other companies to purchase that bandwidth and you get paid out in Grass token. Well, in essence, it's Grass points. You get Grass points, and it's been quite a while. It's actually been like a year. So last time they did their airdrop, it was right around here, around $2. And clearly, everybody who got the airdrop started selling off like crazy and making a ridiculous amount of profit. There is a reference link if you want to download Grass. I use it on the computer from time to time. It's just something where you look stuff up on the internet and you're getting paid out in Grass points. And here coming up soon, hopefully, they will transfer those Grass points into Grass tokens. So just using your internet, you're getting paid passive income through Grass. We are still waiting on those tokens to be distributed, but you pretty much just connect your wallet, or they're going to be accessing their own specific wallet that will airdrop you Grass tokens. Then you can transfer them to like Coinbase or whatever platform you use and sell the Grass tokens on the network. But as of right now, Grass is actually at an all-time low. The absolute low obviously is right here around roughly 16 cents. And the good news is that it is starting to build higher lows and volume is kind of picking up slightly. Not aggressively, it's very slight, moderate movements. This is essentially the line we wanted to hold, and it is working its way to try and get back above that line, but we still have the 200 EMA as resistance. It's currently 35 cents, but its all-time high being $2. Yes, this may not be the best coin to be entering into, but if you use the internet and you just want to have passive Grass tokens being mined for you, Grass is a great opportunity. I don't know what else to tell you besides check it out, use the reference link, and look at a potential 385% increase from its current price evaluation. I'm not telling you to just go out and buy this in any way, means, shape, or form, but the Grass token for earning passive income, not bad. Moving on, Render. Render, we've talked about it before, and Render is actually looking pretty decent. It's pulling up XRP. XRP is getting the resistance off that downward trend line, but let's pull up Render again. Thank you, TradingView. So Render, it broke a downward trend line. This little guy right here will make it a little bit more bold. It's been trying to get over that for quite a while now, since May of 2025. The bigger downward trend line is this black one right here. So that's more or less where we're expecting some major resistance right here around like $7 to $8. Render is currently $1.95. And I was looking at some of the news. They're talking about TAO token and FET, also with Render. I was looking those up, but Render actually looks better than TAO and FET at the moment. Granted, I do have some FET. I'm going to be considering stacking some more, but Render is essentially decentralized machine learning for GPU-powered compute networks. If that makes no sense to you, it's essentially like you need a computer to mine Bitcoin. Render is a company that says, for example, they have a mining facility. You don't have enough money to buy an Antminer to mine Bitcoin, but you do have money to invest into Render, $1.95. I believe on their network, let's actually look into it. I should have done this prior to pulling up this video, but Render is essentially cloud mining, where you can buy their tokens, you can stake their tokens, and you can earn passive reward yields from holding onto their token. Yes, it is a little bit more in depth, it's a little bit more tech savvy, um, but Render is definitely one of my go-tos for the upcoming future. They work with Base 44, Pilgrimage, or Paradigm, Fay, ITH. Quite a few companies are actually backing and supporting Render as AI narrative becomes more and more popular. Render is only going to get better. And right now it's following the pattern we want to see. Volume is not placed out here, but the fact that it broke this downward trend line, the fact that it is building higher lows, the CM Guppy turned from red to green and it is tapping that 200 EMA. If Render can get over this $2 mark, there's nothing stopping it from pushing up 32% to this previous high, or even up here at 100% to $4. We could see double money with Render in the upcoming weeks, but honestly, we're looking for the bigger picture at a little bit of resistance at nearly 300% increase in price. And if you dig into it and you start looking at if you hold enough Render, how you can stake it and earn passive income on it, definitely check out their website. It's got all that information in it, but it's looking really good. We know that Render's all-time high is more or less $13 according to this chart, but 50%, roughly $7, $6, $7, $8 is where we're looking at for our first resistance. The fact that it is about to cross that 200 EMA is very important because let's go back in history. Last time it crossed the 200 EMA, what happened? Well, we just had a major pump from down here at $1.34 up to that 1343 area. The previous time it crossed a downward or a 200 EMA, it had a major pump. It went from 49 cents up 341%, which is exactly what we're looking at with its current evaluation and its possibility of hitting the 618 on the Fibonacci retracement. I'm just going to go ahead and assume that's the 618. 618, yep, right here. Roughly 730 to 890 is more or less our resistance area for Render. But it's looking pretty good. It's just something to keep an eye on. I'm not saying enter it exactly at this moment because it hasn't essentially fully tested this black downward trend line of support. Yes, it did come close a second time, but it is now building higher lows and about to cross that 200 EMA. So keep an eye on Render before it takes off so you can stack a bag and then start piecing out on the way up. And the last one I'm bringing up, since this video is getting a little too long and kind of ridiculous, honey. The reason I'm bringing up honey, the only reason I'm bringing up honey isn't the fact that I have a little bit of it. It's been bleeding out for the entire year. Looks absolutely gross in my opinion. Its all-time high is 98 cents and we are currently at 0.0022. And essentially honey is similar to grass, but honey has nodes. You can buy a honey node. It's a tiny little machine, uses very little bandwidth. You just plug it into your wall. And if nobody else is around your area, you get a higher portion for producing bandwidth within honey, if that makes sense. It's like setting up your router, and since you're the only router within a certain area, you get paid more. But when other people start setting up routers around you, it kind of decreases your rewards. The only thing that looks interesting is the volume because it has a major increase in volume from back here on March 12th saying we don't really want to go much lower than practically nothing. 200 EMA is coming down hot. And honestly, I'm not a huge fan of honey. I would prefer grass, or honestly, Render's probably the best of the three I just brought up. So if this is of any information to you, we do have our resistance levels like up here at 5 cents, 10 cents. There are a lot better bets than what I just presented to you guys in this video. I'm just kind of switching it up because let's kind of bring up XRP and XCN. They are doing nothing at the moment. Yes, they are bleeding out a little bit, but nothing to be worried about. We're still waiting on Bitcoin. And XRP, just to throw it in there, XRP is getting that resistance on that downward trend line, but it is testing its patience, trying to keep the CM guppy gray and flip it to green while building higher lows. This is exactly what we want to see, trying to break out of this channel and start working towards that 200 EMA. That's it for this video. Hopefully this market does something these next couple days, next couple weeks, as we are still waiting for July 4th for the real major movement. So good luck, have fun with it. I will see you guys on the next one.